Hey, is this recording? I think it is. Okay. I wanted to show you how I'm using AI for refactoring. So I have an app called Foodmark, which is really just a fun thing for now, but perhaps I can show you what it looks like. So it's going to be a voice-based calorie tracker. And for now, I set up this swiping, and there's this little liquid glass recording sheet. So now, but what I really want to talk about is I have this class called recording state, and it is getting a little large, and the main problem is it's doing lots of different things. So if we take a look here, here's some actual recording happening, so like audio stuff. Again, recording, but also here we are dealing with uploading, and there's a method for uploading recording. So this is actually a good start. This should not be in our recording state. There should be a separate class that will manage uploading to server for transcription. So let's get started. In my recording state class, I have upload recording method, and I actually want to move everything upload related to a separate class. And perhaps we can call this class a uploading manager, but I think I'll have to make a new folder called managers and place it there. Oops. Let's save that. So this is the first thing that we're doing. Fairly simple refactor. I usually just look and wait and then see if it's doing everything correctly. So I am kind of micromanaging. To me, AI is still like this junior employee who needs to be watched over, maybe closer to pair programmer. So for me, I'm not fully replacing my work with AI. It's just a smart keyboard to me at the moment. So this is how I'm using it right now. The downside is, of course, that I have to wait for it to complete things, but sometimes I will do multiple things at the same time. Sometimes I'll think ahead about the next task. So I do have a list here, and I can like write next tasks while it's working. But for now, I'm mostly focused on refactoring, and perhaps run a recording in a background thread. This will be needed because we're doing like a pretty long animation as we do that morphing, so we don't want it to freeze, we don't want recording to freeze our animation. And when I tell you this, I know what I'm talking about because I just did this refactor in my main app called Whisper Memos. Anyway, so are we finished here? Looks good because it's moved out the uploading structure. So let's take a look at managers, uploading manager. The struct is now here. I think this is the response format that we expect. This is fine. I don't know, I don't understand this stuff, but it's okay for now. Yeah, it's done. Okay, so now it moved also code for creating foods in database into our uploading manager. This is not what I wanted, so we're going to refactor it a little further. So for creating, let's just take a look at this method here, find or create food. So we do have upload food, and what I'm thinking is this should be done in our food class instead. So I'm looking at upload manager that you created, and I would like for you to, so there's a method such as find or create food. I really think this should be a static method on food class, but because it operates on model context, perhaps we could pass model context as argument to this static method. So I'm giving it very detailed instructions on what to do and how to do it. So let's just wait for it, see if it can, and perhaps it'll refactor the other methods as well. But for now, I just want to focus on this one method. We'll get to the rest soon. So it's kind of complimenting me on my design choices. I know, I've been doing this for a long time, buddy. So let's just, I think it's updating both food and food serving, which is fine. I was going to do that next. If it can do it right away, that's only a good thing. So it's moved methods for food and for food serving. So there's find or create. Okay, that's fine. There's a, ooh, okay. Interesting. Now I'm a little worried about it. Let's take a look at food. Find or create. It takes the context, takes upload food. Okay, this is fine. And then let's, so as you can see, there's already some logic for like doing calories and protein. We'll get to that. I'm not worried about logic at the moment. Oh, I have a domain for this app. I completely forgot about that. I completely forgot that I have foodmark.app. It's a nice domain name. Anyway, so upload manager still has a create foods method. Do I mind that? I guess this is fine. This is fine. Yep, this is fine. So in upload manager, we have a save context method. Let's actually extend model context such that we add this method. So this is like a method that will kind of fail quietly if we, I suppose I could do this just by using question mark next to try. But let's just add a method. I don't know, like, you know what, I leave it up to you. Would you rather always say try question mark model context dot save, or would you rather add a new method on model? Would you rather extend model context with a new method? I'm not sure about this. But I'm sure that I don't want to have a separate save context method in upload manager because it doesn't belong there. Okay, perfect. And this method is fine, where we're creating metadata. And this is, I think, also fine, but we'll get to that. Okay, so upload manager will have this is uploading, so it is observable object. Now, this kind of changes things here because we need to manage its instance. Save with logging, I don't like that method name. Save with logging is not my favorite method name. Maybe just call it like try save. Try save, something like that. Not important. We can always refactor this stuff. Okay, what I have a problem. So there's something I have a problem with, and this is this upload manager now is uploading, and really we're trying to, render this in the UI. This won't work because nested published variables don't work. So we'll have to bring up upload manager to top level if we want to do that. It's almost like I don't want this to work like that. So let me explain it to the thing. So upload manager currently is uploading and has failed to upload and upload error published vars. I want you to remove all published vars, and instead I want upload recording to be like a thing that it's like let's just make it an async function. Okay, let's use proper Swift async code for this, so that it can throw an error or it can like resolve after a while of uploading. And then instead, I want you to go into recording state and basically make it, and basically from recording state, I want you to call upload, and I want to have these, like recording state should only have like is recording being true or false. Perhaps it could also have like has failed, but I don't want to track the exact error. Just like let it have like has failed Boolean, and if it has failed, we're going to print just information that uploading has, or like we'll just say that something has failed in the UI, right? So the recording sheet will display like if uploading fails, then the async call will throw an exception, and then recording state should catch it, and it should update its own published variables, and then the UI will render like an error message that it has failed. We don't need the exact error for now. We don't care about that. And the main thing is that uploading manager shouldn't be observable object, and it shouldn't have any published variables. It should just be good old Swift async code. Okay, so this was a bit of a long prompt, but I was kind of thinking as I was recording. I do that quite often. This is like this is the upside of you know, like voice prompting, let's say. It is more verbose. You can say more things. Sometimes you can like go into a wrong direction, but you can always correct yourself, and the AI will mostly understand everything that was said. I'm finding these voice recorded prompts to be very precise. And by the way, the app that I'm using is my own Whisper type, so feel free to try it out if you feel like it. It is the cheapest one in the market, I'll tell you that much. Cool. So this is better. Now the state has is uploading and has failed published variables, which is kind of what I wanted. Let's actually take a look at all these changes because it changed a lot. So upload manager is now a regular class. The upload recording is async throws, which is exactly what we wanted. Maybe, you know, maybe one thing that is not quite correct is that it has this create foods method. The upload manager shouldn't have the create foods method. Instead, you know, I think it should just return the upload response, and then recording state should handle those foods and create things in the database and such. So it should be a job of recording state to do that. Upload manager is going to be kind of a dumb class that just uploads and returns the results or throws an error, one of those two things. Cool, so this is actually going to be pretty good refactoring here. So this needs to go away from upload manager. Yeah, all the waiting is kind of annoying, to be honest. But I do think that in a year from now, this will be much faster. Like imagine this being 4 times faster. It'll be like programming will be changed forever. Will be crazy productive. So that's super exciting. Cool. Uploading manager is now quite simple. All it does is it sends it to the server, and you know, it kind of decodes the object that came back, and then recording state does all the audio stuff, and also it has a method to upload recording. So, you know, all right, let's just commit at this time. Commit everything and push. Let's just commit everything because I'm gonna try something that might break things. Well, actually, things might already be broken. I haven't tried to build. Let's try to build. Let's actually run it in the simulator, maybe. Let's see which one. iPhone 17 Pro. Let's run it in that one. This might take a while to kind of boot it up. All right, well, build is passing. That's a good thing. It's a good start. So one thing about, okay, so here's the deal. Recording state is a view model, and this will be like the top coordinating class that is going to call other classes to help out, basically. So right now it's calling, you know, the upload manager to help out. Then it's calling all these models to help out. But one thing I still have a problem with is that it's still doing the audio stuff. It's still doing the recording. So what we're gonna change here, oops, where is this happening now? Simulator, cool. So we can record like that. And well, we're not really uploading it, so we don't see any feedback there. Anyway, what I was saying is, I want to move audio recording into a separate class. So let's make a new class called Recording Manager, and this one will be responsible for all the audio stuff. Okay, so it should have the AV audio recorder instance that should be moved out of recording state. It should be doing the requesting of permissions. It should, you know, be setting up audio recorder. That should be that. It should be starting recording, and then, you know, perhaps it could use the delegate pattern to notify our recording state about things happening. So like, you know, if, well, actually, perhaps we don't need the delegate pattern just yet. But for example, we have stop recording. This should be happening in our recording manager. I guess like getting the URL and printing the size should also be happening there. And then, well, I suppose, I'm wondering, is stop recording okay, here's what I want to do, okay? Stop recording is a method that we call and forget about it. So it is not async. But the recording manager will be delegate pattern. So it will have a delegate. Delegate will be the recording state. So we say stop recording, then recording manager might do some extra work on the background or something, we don't know. But once the recording is completely finished, then it should call its delegate method. It should basically notify us that the recording is ready and it has the file URL for us, and we're going then, like, recording state is going to trigger the upload and all that. Okay, so let's use the delegate pattern. So you might be wondering if I'm over refactoring, like over engineering here, but like I said, I have a separate app where I just did this refactoring, and it is going to be necessary because our recording manager, we're gonna change it soon to work on a background thread, and then it is going to be necessary to use like delegate callback when the recording is actually really finished. So I'm just kind of preparing everything. I'm structuring it in such a way that it'll make that refactoring easier when I get to it. But let's just, like, even as a cleanup, this is nice, right? Let's wait for recording state to become simpler once again. We have a delegate now, that's great. So cool, let's take a look here. We have uploading and recording managers now, this is perfect. We're setting the delegate, that is perfect. We're starting, so there's start recording and stop recording, this is also perfect. Maybe one thing is, I'm not seeing this flag being changed to start recording, that's a little weird. As recording, oh, I see. Okay, so that's done via delegate callback. One more thing, you made a separate extension for delegate methods. Instead, I just want it to be part of our class, but separated with a pragma mark. Also, I think you can make pragma sections for uploading and then for creating foods. Or perhaps you should rename this method to be like handle upload or like handle finished upload or something like that, and then you call it pragma section, something like handling finished upload, something like that. Once again, now I'm being, what? Oh, I think I stopped my voice dictation. Fudge. Oh, session limit reached. Well, that's not good. How am I, what? I don't like that. Wow, okay. All right, I think this video is finished. I don't want to upgrade right now. Or I could just switch to codecs and continue there, but it's gonna lose. I can switch to codecs. At least we can compare those two. But codecs will be slower. You have to prepare for that. So I'm in the middle of some refactoring. If you look at recording state, I want to, actually, let's just commit everything first. So I'm in the middle of some refactoring of recording state. What I want you to do next is we have this separate extension with all delegate methods. I actually want that to be instead part of my recording state class, so I don't want to use extension, but I want it to be separated with a pragma mark. And also we have a method called create foods. Let's rename this one to something like handle finished upload or something like that. And also make a separate pragma section for this method, and let's have a let's just have a separate pragma section for all methods related to upload. So that will be upload recording and then handle finished upload. So let's see what I think my dictation is. I'm talking too fast or like stopping in the middle of second sentence, but you can see there's a bit of hallucination, or maybe it's something I need to fix in my app, I'm not sure. But hallucinations are not good. It's something to look at. All right, so I'm really disappointed in Claude Code. I didn't do that much work today. It's just disappointing. But I guess I'll be able to continue at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. They must have decreased the limits, because it says here now that I spent 34% of my weekly limit, and it resets on October 16th. So that's what day is Monday? on Thursday morning, and there's no way. I think I'll have to upgrade my Claude to the latest thing, but perhaps I can, get away with Codex for a while. So where are we? Handle, finish, upload. There's, it didn't do it properly. It did this one properly, I guess, but not this one. The pragma here is missing. Okay. But I'm gonna fix it myself. And what's this? We need to, it kind of did a terrible job, really. Yeah, Codex is not very good with Swift. Claude Code is much better when it comes to that. So, but still it builds, that's the main thing. I think I'm gonna have an hour of coding manually. That's very disappointing. But once I upgrade to this €90 a month plan, I think I'll never hit the limit anymore. I think I'll be able to go crazy. Still, it's disappointing. I was hoping I can get away on the €20 a month plan. Looks like the build worked, so let's run it in the simulator. Now it's not telling me what's going on, but I think it's recording. Nothing really happened. I think the problem is that, when we... yeah, this is going to be hard without Claude Code. But I'm like almost finished for now. So I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna wrap up this video. I'm happy with this refactoring. It doesn't work yet. The reason why it doesn't work yet is that we have this button here. Where is it? Record button. And where is it? Footmark views. We have both views and components. It's a little bit weird. I'm gonna call this thing UI. I usually, because this is like a reusable view, let's say. So this is how I call like things that are reusable. It's kind of weird, but maybe I could call it like never mind. UI is fine. Cool. So we have record button, and record button is currently only showing the recording sheet. And what we really want to do is also start recording. So perhaps if we could do, there's a little toggle here. So maybe we can uncomment this toggle, and only if we're not recording, we start recording, and also we show the sheet. Look at me programming manually, like, yeah, it feels weird to be programming manually. I get so used to just instructing my robots on what to do. Cool, so now we ask for access and we are recording. It says started recording. I think I'll have to, this doesn't work yet, but because we didn't add a stop button into our sheet model and everything. Okay, good for now. The point of this video was the refactoring, and we're all done with that. It looks beautiful. We have this recording state, which doesn't do much, which is just how I wanted it to be. Maybe this one could be refactored a little bit more, but it's okay for now. So then we have, actually, one thing is, I think this one should go first. It's like recording happens first, and after that, uploading happens. So cool. Let's call this recording delegate methods. All right, so, initialize it, start and stop recording, then handle events in recording, and then we upload everything. And once upload is finished, then we handle finished stuff and we create the foods. Cool. I love that. We have two helper classes. We have upload manager and recording manager. So I'm happy with this. Recording manager is it simple? It is quite simple. It's not too bad. It could be improved. We're going to change it to run on background thread in the next session, but for now it is good. And recording manager is also, it's the same thing we just viewed. Uploading manager is, yeah, super simple. Cool. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Maybe commit the changes. Let's take a look what we changed. And I will say uploading, cool. All right, and with this, I'm wrapping up this video. Thank you for watching.